today we had the workshop dedicated to spatial changes of land. We were focusing mainly on potential use of land for another purposes, especially for food system developing. And within this issue, we were focusing on using spatial data like current land cover, like soil suitability, but also some statistic data that we were acquiring from Statistic Poland. And together with our colleagues from Institute, but also from the FoodSHIFT project, we were conducting a workshop dedicated to see what would happen if we will change the land use and how it would update the existing food system.
I was invited to help with the implementation of the Metropolitan Foodscape Planner, or MFP, as part of the activities within the Living Lab in Wrocławiu in Poland. I was invited to help with applying this tool in this workshop. And the MFP tool is a geodesign tool. It's a geographic information system that can be used by groups on a touch table or map table, and it focuses on two things. First, it measures the footprint of diet at a certain moment of time in a certain city, and number two, it allows, based on this footprint, for users to propose locations for new crops and also ways to change the foodscape, and it will measure the change in the impact of this. MFP it can be used not only as an assessment tool of local footprint of food consumption, but also it can be used as a teaching tool as part of educational programs to teach students about food systems and what are the boundaries of the food system, to what extent the food system can grow. You can also teach about the current situation of a food system, what crops are being consumed and used, and also it teaches about all the various layers of geographic information that make part of a food system. And yeah, it can be applied anywhere in the world as long as there are data available, and preferably good data regarding the current situation of agricultural land use and foodscapes. But also you could use it at a larger scale, like for example European scale, because there are data sets available such as FSU data from JRC or Korean data or FAO data on consumption, so you can also run so not so detailed analysis on this scale. So yeah, it's quite a versatile tool.
So a part of today's workshop is evaluation of a designed model. The problem is that there are plenty of GIS-based models which are delivered. However, very often they are not being used by practitioners. That's why we aim to identify what are the factors influencing decision of representatives from City Hall, regional authorities or NGOs to identify what are their needs in order to really use these IT tools in practice.
I was working behind the scenes, let's say, during the workshop with preparing data, so lots of data support was on my side. Well, it mostly boils down to downloading, preparing sources and testing it. That was the crucial part of, getting things ready for the day. Yeah, I think it worked out pretty well. So it was the data support that was needed for all the presentation, all the activities, data behind the scenes working, data working during the workshop. And I think that after all the activities we had today, I think my work is not done yet. I will be preparing some post-fact presentations and post-fact analysis. So I think it's not the end, but the main crucial day is just behind us, and we're very happy.